Okay, so now shall we start?
Yes. You are saying something, Samir? We are not able to hear you.
Now, no, just started. Okay, guys. Hello, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let us start with okay. So, guys, already till yesterday, we have seen everything. That is nothing but what is the components of ADF and what are the storages. You have already seen it. Okay, so let's do one thing now. Today, fastly, we'll refresh it once and then we'll begin with the practical story. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, so now okay, so now guys, let us start here with the ADF. So what is it? You have it ADF, that is called as what? Azure Data Factory. It is called as what? Azure Data Factory. So now guys, what do you mean by Azure Data Factory? So the Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is a Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is a that is nothing but ETL. It is an ETL based cloud service. What is that? ETL based cloud service. Okay, guys. Yeah, everyone.
Yes.
I'm able to like everyone able to see this and understand what I'm telling it here. Everyone, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So now it is nothing but cloud based ETL service. We can say provided by what is it? Microsoft. Okay, provided by what? Microsoft. Now, guys, the process of ETL, guys, everyone, the process of ETL, which stand, what is ETL stands for, guys? Tell me now. ETL stands for what?
Extraction.
Extraction. Yeah.
Transformation.
Very good. Transformation.
Loading.
Very good. And what is that? You have it? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. So we have what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. So whereas this process of extraction and transformation and loading requires the following. What is it you have required? Source. Okay, guys. You require what is it? Source. And the next one is you require it. What is it, guys? Target. We require what is it? Source and the target. So between these two, source and the target, we apply what is it, guys? ETL. That is nothing but what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. So whereas between the source and the target, as we apply, guys, between the source and the target, as we apply, okay, between the source and the target, as we apply the ETL. So for this ETL, we are using the product, we are using the service called what? ADF. That is called as what, guys? Azure Data Factory. Okay, that is called as what? Azure Data Factory. Whereas, guys, now tell me, what do you mean by source? Everyone, you all of you know this because we have been seeing this since the past 2 to 3 days.
Yes.
Where the generated data.
Data.
Yeah, that
Source
is
of data.
yes, exactly. That means source is nothing but The source is nothing but it is a source of data. Am I right, guys? Source of data. Am I right, guys? Source of data. So source is nothing but what? Called data is what? Source of data. So what is the source of data? Yes, guys. What is the source of data
Fi-
we can have?
Files, databases,
Yes, we
live
can have the
stream.
data. Very good. We can have what is that data? We can get it from what? Files. We can get the data from what? Databases. And we can also get the data from what? Live streaming data. Live streaming data, etc. These are the various sources of getting the data. Whereas, guys, the source of data, whatever we have it, that is called as what? Files, databases, or the live streaming data. It can be what is that? Very huge in nature. Am I right, guys? It can be very huge in nature. That means you can have what is that? A big amount of data. You can say what is that? It can have what is that? A big amount of data. So hence, we call it as what is that? Big data. That is called as what? Huge data. That is called as what? Massive amount of data. So hence we can say what's that? Big data. So big data means what? The massive amount of data is called as what? Big data. The massive amount of data is called as what? Big data. Whereas, can you see here, guys? These are the source of big data. So we can get the data from what is it? Either from the files, databases, or we can get the data from what? Live streaming data, etc., etc. Okay, guys. So whereas in this particular process, everyone, so here, what is it? We have the data, that is something, but the process of extraction will begin here. The process of extraction will begin here. And then the data of what is it? You have it, the data pulled in, and then on the data pulled in, we perform what is it? Transformation, guys. And ultimately on the transformation, what we do? We upload the data. That is called as what? Loading. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Yes.
Yes.
So ultimately we perform what is that? Yes, guys. Ultimately what we do? We perform the loading on the data. We perform the loading on the data. So the data is loaded. So what kind of data is loaded? Tell me now. What kind of data is loaded?
Unstructured data, structured data.
Very good. Any kind of structured data, unstructured data, whatever it may be, you have it, that will be basically it will be loaded. Unstructured data will not be uploaded, guys. Make sure the unstructured data will be extracted, then it is transformed and it is loaded into the structured format. Make sure. Okay, simply simply what happens? They are not going to upload the data simply like that. Getting my point, everyone? Yes, everyone. So answer. Yes. Now tell me, what are the type of data you can have it? Big data, you know, we can get the sources of big data from the following sources. And from the following sources, what type of data we can get it? Tell me now. We can get the following type of data. What is that? The first one is what? Yes, guys, tell me now. The first one is what? Structured data. And the second one is what?
Data.
Semi-structured.
Very good. Semi-structured data.
Unstructured data.
Unstructured data.
And then we have what? Unstructured data. Now, guys, what do you mean structured data? Tell me now.
Like table format, sir.
Table for the data which is in the table.
Exactly. The data which is there in a tabular format. The data which is there in the tabular format is referred as what? Structured data. The data which is there in a tabular format is referred as what? Structured data. That means ultimately the data whichever we load it into the form of what is that? Structured format. It is in the form of what? Structured format. That is the form of rows and columns. It is called as what? Structured data. Semi-structured data means what? Yes.
JSON, HTML.
Okay, that is fine. But what is exactly the semi-structured means?
Data which is half structured.
Very good. That is nothing but the data which is not fully structured, but still it occupies some structure, such as the data recorded within a JSON file, such as the data recorded within the HTML file, such as the data recorded in the XML file, is called as what? Semi-structured data. And now what do you mean unstructured data? Tell me now, guys. What do you understand by the word called semi-structured? Yes, guys. You want a reply? I've been telling you since this is the third day. Tell me now, what do you mean by unstructured data? Yes?
Audio files, video
There
files.
is no structure, sir. Audio
Fine,
file.
Audio, video, pictures.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That means the data which does not has any
Structure.
structure. The data which does not has any proper standard structure, such as, now you can say such as, okay guys, such as,
Videos,
yes,
picture.
very good. Such
Videos,
as,
images, pictures.
yes, so we can say such as what? Videos. Okay, we can say such as what? Videos. Okay, we can say what's that? Such as videos. Okay, and then we have what is that? Pictures, videos. Okay, any kind of file or any kind of unstructured thing is called as what? Unstructured data, which does not have a proper structure of the same. Okay, guys. So this is nothing but what is that? The type of categories of data we can say. Okay. So files can be structured, semi-structured, and unstructured, but database can be only structured. Am I right, guys? Yes. Everyone, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Database cannot be semi-structured, can we? Can a database be semi-structured or not? Please answer this question.
No,
Yes.
sir.
No, sir.
It will be purely structured only. Okay, guys. So
It is
now,
structured.
yes. So now, guys, this is the thing we have it. That's it. Now, guys, this type of structured data or unstructured data which we pull in, that is called as what? Files, databases, and live streaming data. Where do we store in Azure? We store the same in Azure in the following storages. In the following, what is that? Storages. So we can
It
say now,
is.
yes, we can say what? Storages. Storages in Azure. So tell me now, what are the storages in Azure, guys? Now you have to tell
Azure
me.
blob storage.
Very good. So now Azure, okay, what is it? Azure blob storage. Next one, what is it? You have it? Azure, yes, guys.
Data Lake Gen 1.
ADLS Gen 1.
Gen 1, Gen 2.
So now we can say what's it? Azure ADLS Gen 1, and then you can have what's it? ADLS Gen 2. Very good. We can have what's it? ADLS.
DB.
Yes. Then you have what's it? Azure
SQL DB.
SQL DB.
Azure no SQL.
Azure
No
Cosmos. It is called as Cosmos. Cosmos.
Azure Synapse.
Cosmos DB in brackets, you can write it down. No SQL. Because it's a no SQL. It does not use SQL. Yeah.
Analyst.
Yeah.
Azure Synapse.
Azure Synapse Analytics. Etc. Okay. So now these are all the storages. So now tell me, how many storages you have it? Yes, guys. How many storages you have it? Yes. We have 90 plus storages. How many storages? 90 plus
90 plus.
storage. We can have what is it? 90 plus storages in Azure. Okay, guys, everyone is following? Yes.
Yes, yes.
So now 90 plus storages. Now after this, now guys, what is that we have to see? We were looking into what is that? We were looking into this Azure. Guys, we were looking into what is that? Azure, that is components. So without these components, we cannot, guys, without the components, we cannot design the things. That is something, but a pipeline cannot be designed. Now tell me, what's the first component we have it?
Pipeline.
Very good. So now we have what's it? Pipeline. So now pipeline. So what is my pipeline, guys? Tell me now. Pipeline is
Orchestration of
responsible.
data.
Yeah, very good. Pipeline is responsible for carrying the data from the source to the target. Okay. And yes, the next one is what is that? Pipeline.
Link service.
Very good. Linked service.
Hello.
And the next one, we have the third one, guys, as what?
Data sets.
Data sets. Yes, the fourth one, guys.
Mapping.
Mapping flow.
Mapping. Yes, guys, what is it? Mapping.
Data flows.
Just a minute. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Sorry, guys. I got a call, so I could not avoid it to attend. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah. Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Data lake is also data storage.
Yeah, guys. I'm audible to everyone. Now I'm audible.
Yes.
Mapping data flows. It is what nothing but what? Mapping data flows. Okay. And the fifth one, we have it as what is it, guys?
Triggers.
Triggers. Okay, TRIGGERS, triggers. And the sixth one, we have it as what, guys? Tell me now.
IR.
Yes, IR. Okay, you can say IR. IR is nothing but what? It is called as what?
Integration.
Integration runtime. Integration runtime, that is called as IR. And next one, what is it? You have it, the seventh.
Activities. Activities.
Activity. Okay. The next one is what? Activities. Okay. Or we can say activities. Okay, guys. So now, guys, these all are called as what? Components of ADF. That means to design a pipeline, to run a pipeline, guys, to design a pipeline, to run a pipeline, to design a pipeline, to run a pipeline, these all are the activities we require it. These all are the activities we require it. So without the help of these activities, we cannot design a pipeline using an ADF. All of you clear now? So this is how we can move it. So whereas now guys, tell me what is the pipeline does, tell me now. The pipeline is nothing but it decides the starting that is currently what data, that is nothing but starting of the data, starting point of the data. That means here can you see, as soon as we know that we are using the ETL for the process of what is that guys, source to target, the pipeline will begin here. That means as soon as you're using the ADF, the pipeline will begin here. So we can say pipeline. Okay, am I right guys? Pipeline. So pipeline is also referred as what, tell me now guys? It is also called as what? Data pipeline. Pipeline is also called as what guys, tell me now? Pipeline is also referred as what? Data pipeline. The pipeline is also referred as what? Data pipeline. The pipeline is also referred as what? Data pipeline. So now guys, the data pipeline will start from here, this point. Okay, I will start from this particular point, whereas okay, so the data will start here. Okay, so now pipeline means what? It is a process of what? The ADF process already we have started here. That is the only thing it means. Am I right guys? ADF has already begun, and now we are using the pipeline. Now guys, once the pipeline is ready, so what is the immediate thing we use it? We use what is that? Yes, tell me now. Linked service. We use what is that? Linked service. So why would you use the link service? We use the link service to relate the, yes, we use the link service to relate the source with the ADF. Am I right guys? So here we use the link service and we go ahead. And now once the data is accessed, to store the data in the storages. What are the storages you have? Tell me now guys. Suppose you have, yeah, suppose you have what is that? Azure blob storage is here. You want to store the data. Now guys, you have a blob storage. So here can you see, you will have the blob storage. So I'm just writing it simple, blob. I don't write everything. Blob storage is here. To store the data, we use what is that? DES. That is called as what? Data set. We store what is it guys? Tell me now. Data set. Data set is in the form of what? Tables. That is in the form of what? Rows and columns. That is in the form of what? Rows and columns. That's it guys. Then further what we do, tell me now. So further we perform the process of transformation on this. For transformation, we are using what is that? Mapping data flows. Am I right, everyone? Following or not? Please
Yes,
guys,
yes.
let me know.
Yes.
So here we have what? Mapping data flows. We have what is that? Mapping data flows. That is actual transformation will be done in the mapping data flow. So mapping data flow is nothing but transformation in ADF. Okay. Next, the transformation is done. Then what happens? Tell me now. Just tell me guys. The transformation is done, and then guys, and then the data will be loaded. Now, under the transformation, guys, under the transformation, all of you just concentrate well. I want, suppose, under the transformation, I want, can you see here? I want, there is a data here, A, B. Actually, the data is there. Or the data is like this, 10, 20. Actually, the data is there in columns. But I want to load ultimately the sum of 10 and 20. Tell me now, what is the sum of 10 and 20?
30.
Very good. So for performing this sum of 10 and 20, guys, to perform the sum of 10 and 20, what is that we require it?
Transformation.
Transformation is required. Whereas transformation is performed, okay, by using an activity. What is the activity here? You're using an activity called what? Arithmetic operation called what? Sum activity. Am I right, guys?
Yes, yes. Some.
I'm using what's that? Sum activity. So whereas sum is an activity. Getting my point? Suppose I don't want to add it. I want to, what is that? I want to subtract it. Now I want to subtract it. So what is it you have it? Subtract. Subtract means what? Subtract is an activity here. Getting my point? Subtract will become what is that? Activity. So 10 minus 20, what will be the output? Tell me now.
10.
Minus 10.
Yes.
Okay. Minus 10. So now the next one. Okay. Suppose in the same way, I have some or more values are there. 100 is there. And I have some more value called what? 1000 is also there. Now guys, what is it I want? I want to sum all of them and load ultimately the sum. Tell me now what is the sum? 1000 plus 100,
30.
1100. 1100 plus 30,
890.
1130. So totally the sum is 1130. So I will load the data directly into the target called 1130. Okay guys, am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So this is how, sorry, this is how we perform the job of ETL. So it requires, it has covered almost all. So this whatever you are doing here, sum here, this is an activity. This is what called, it is called as what? Activity. This is called as what? Activity. Getting my point, all of you? So these are the, can you see here? These are the, that is nothing but components of ADF. We have, what is that? Pipeline, linker service, data sets, mapping data flows, triggers, and activities. IR, I'll explain you once we get into the subject. Now I don't want to confuse you guys by giving some of the things here, confusions. Okay. IR, I'll explain you. Don't worry. Now, guys, till now, is everyone is okay with this or not? Please let me know. Now we are going to start the practicals. Please, guys, come out with your questions if you have any.
Samir, I have one question. So
Please.
let's consider I'm planning to pull data from Oracle. Okay. So in linked service, I'll mention the Jdbc string or the connection, whatever we have. Then on the fly, we can perform the operation using the activity and we can load it.
Yeah.
There is no middle layer of store the data, right? Blob or anything.
You mean to say staging?
Not a staging basically. As you mentioned here, after linked service, you are saying we can use the blob or data storage, right? And on top of that, you are applying mapping data flows.
Yeah.
So once I will pull the data on the fly, I can apply the transformation and I will directly load it into the target instead of loading into the blob data storage.
See, basically, this is the extraction. This is the actual storing of the data. So from here
So
again, yeah,
storing is needed. Like that's what my
obviously,
question.
yeah, storing is needed. In fact, storing is needed. This is the first storage. This is called as a, actually, this is the entire thing is a part of source only.
Yeah, that is correct. So once you have data, you can apply transformations on the fly and you can load the data into the even blob storage or anything like.
Yeah, again, you will have one more thing, a target. The target will begin blob.
Yeah.
There will be two blobs, not a single blob. Getting my point? One is a source blob, another is a target blob. Getting my point?
So when you are saying source blob, you are picking up the data from ADLS itself and putting again into the ADLS.
We are picking the data from the external source,
That is
files,
correct.
yeah, files, etc., and
So,
putting the data into ADLS or blob.
okay.
ADLS or blob as a source. In this,
Okay.
I'm storing the data in the form of data set that is called the tables.
Okay.
And then on this data, which is stored in the form of a data set, we are performing the mapping data flows.
Okay.
Transformation.
So my question was like, instead of storing at first stage, which is the blob DF store. So
Okay.
as soon as we pick up the data from Oracle, we can apply the transformation and directly put into the blob. So the first storage will be the required
You're talking
whenever.
about ELT.
Yeah.
ELT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is possible. We can do it.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
ELT
Fine.
is also supported here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what my question is. Instead of storing, because we are not doing anything here.
Yes, yes, yes.
So instead of storing it, we can directly load at the target.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
that is nothing but.
Yeah. If there is a distributed copy, then we can obviously go
Yeah,
first
yeah.
store and then we can apply transformation.
See, you are talking about this technique.
Yes.
Yes, this is also possible. Okay. We can do that way also.
Okay,
guys?
fine.
Okay, just guys, just a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be back. 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, guys. So sorry. Everyone is clear with the concept now? Please come out. If you have any doubt, you can.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
So, like my question is like data loading data from source to target. We are storing in two different stages, like blob 1, blob 2. Then we are loading into target.
Very
So,
good. Yes.
yeah, do you have any like what is the reason behind storing in a blob 1 and blob 2?
If you don't store the data, how can you apply the logic of the technology on the data?
No. In the activity itself, we can able to apply it, right? Suppose let's say what is
You
it
will apply the activity on what?
directly like getting the data from like some Microsoft SQL server. On
Yeah,
top
of course.
of it, I created linked service and established the connection.
But okay, establish the connection.
Yeah.
But once you establish the connection, you will extract the data, of course.
Yeah.
But you want to say that you don't want to store it in the any of the storage. Directly you want to send it to the copy, or directly you want to send it to the activity. Am I right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That is basically not possible. So you have to extract first, and of course transform it. Extract first, then transform it, load it, or else you can extract it and load it. Then you can transform it. Later you can transform it. That's not a problem.
Okay.
But required to store the data in ADF storages or in the Azure storages. See, because this is whatever the data you're getting it is not only for the ADF. Someday, even some Synapse people or the Synapse team may also work on this data.
Okay.
So for them also you have to prepare the data. Okay. Or some machine learning algorithms need to be written there. So for that also requires the data. So for them also you have to provide the data. Storages is mandatory, guys. You cannot escape the storages. Make sure.
No, one storage is fine, right? But
two storages is required. One storage at the source level, one storage at the target level. That is mandatory. No change in it. Getting my point?
Yeah, this is the temporary storage or permanent storage here?
It will be permanent storage only.
But here some seems to be duplicate, right? Suppose let's say I have the table in Microsoft SQL Server, 100 records has been there. So now I have stored into blob 1. Then I stored into, so I had done some transformation, stored into blob 2. Then I have done transformation. I can able to load to ADL or also Synopsys or Elastic, wherever it is, I can move that data. So here 3 copies are maintaining, right? It seems to duplicate.
Basically, the same copy you will not maintain in source and target, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Source have some actual records from there is something SQL Server. You are getting the data into Azure Blob Storage and storing it. Moreover, you are not going to get the entire data from the SQL Server. You will be getting only restricted data only in the extraction part, isn't it? You will not get the whole data na? For your query, whichever the part of data is required, that you are going to access it. Am I right? Okay. Yeah, that's the thing we do it. And ultimately, whatever you do it, and this data, that means you mean to say, guys, if such is the case, if you're getting the data from the SQL server, very good. If you're getting the data from the SQL server, so at that time, what you can do is, you suppose it is in on premises. Getting my point? Guys,
Yes, yeah.
it is on premises. Yeah, you can take that as a source in such case. You do not require to store the data in blob also.
Yeah. That's what actually we are looking for. So if we do not want to, store at first stage, we can directly pull from SQL Server or anything. Like we can use the Hadoop distributed copy as well.
Yes.
And we can push directly to the target basically after applying
Definitely.
transformation.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible.
Yeah.
You mean to say you are already working on some on-prem data and you want to directly pull in the data, transform it and load it direct.
Exactly.
Very good. You can do that.
Yeah, if there is a layered structure, then like obviously like we can use the stage 2, stage 2, 3, something like that.
Yes.
If we are getting data from Microsoft SQL Server, again like on cloud, if you are getting some files, then you can use the stage 1, stage 2 like that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that is possible, guys. I thought that you want to say that is nothing, but it's there in the storage. You're creating duplicate. If you want the blob storage, then only you can use it. Instead of blob, can you see here? You can directly use a SQL database. Getting my point? If you don't want to use this SQL database also, already there is some source here, and in the source already I have some database. In this database, I have some Oracle database. You can take this as a source directly. You can pull in the data. That means the extraction is done now. Extraction is already done. Immediately go here to the T, transform the data here. And once the data is transformed, now you want to load it. Load it here into what is it? ADLS Gen 2. Load it into what is that? ADLS Gen 2. So this is possible basically. This is the only thing you want to say now. So this will become as this is called as what? On-prem data. It is called as what? On-premises data.
So you mean to say like on-prem to loading, it's fine. But suppose if you are getting data from some S3 bucket to Amazon S3 to Azure data, like there we need a blob storage. Is it right?
Yes, because it's a cross cloud. There is something but access cross cloud computing. So there at that time we require. So in that way also source is not required. Here you don't require any source. Source will be source will be cloud only. Source will be cloud only. Suppose you are having AWS S3 bucket you're talking about. Okay, S3 bucket.
Yeah.
The S3 bucket is just like your blob. Okay, so now guys, here you have it S3 bucket. So this will become your source. Directly we extract it. Then we apply the transformations. And then ultimately we load it. But at the time of loading, we can load in our own structure. We can use the blob storage, or else we can use the ADLS Gen 2, or else we can use the SQL database also. It depends upon us. Okay, that's possible.
Yeah, might be we can see different use cases. So then
different use cases we can have. Anyways, that's possible basically. That's not at an issue. Okay, guys. So let us start with this practical now. Okay, guys, everyone is okay now?
I have one question.
No, yeah, please.
So activity will perform after data mapping flow or before data mapping flow?
Before data mapping flow.
Okay, please. Thank you.
We have two. We can perform it before the mapping flow, or else we can perform it after the mapping flow also. But in the actual process, when we design a pipeline, mapping data flows is designed first, then activities will be allocated. Getting my point?
Okay.
Yeah, any other question you have, please go ahead and ask me. Yes, guys? Any questions you have it?
No, I think we can start.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so now guys, we'll start with the practicals now. So how to go ahead with the practicals? Let us see it here, guys. So just come here. I'm going at, guys, just open this browser here. Guys, just open the browser. So just open the browser.
You are
Open
sharing, Samir?
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Yeah, because we are able to see only Notepad.
Okay, guys. All of you okay?
Yeah, fine.
So this is nothing but basically you have it. So guys, here you have what is that? This is the browser. Just open it. So now I'm writing the steps here. Everyone, just have a look here. So I'm using it. What is that you have it? I'm writing a case study. A very simple case study today. We are going to look into case study. Guys, case study one. The case study one is what's the title. Title of the case study. I'm writing it here. Title of the case study. Okay, guys. Copy data from blob storage. Copy data from Azure blob storage to Azure blob storage. So what is the title of the case study? You have it. Copy data from Azure blob storage to what is that? Azure blob storage. Now guys, here you have the specifications. I'm writing down the specifications here, guys, and now just consider it. The specifications, you can write it here, guys. The step one, I'm writing. Okay, before that, I'll write the specification first. So specification requires what is that? Source, guys, data store
Location.
storage. Source data store or source data location or whatever you can say is called as what? I'm using as what? Azure blob storage. Azure blob storage. And now guys, the next one, what is that you have it? What type of data you want to transfer it? Now guys, I am having some file, so I wanted to transfer that file. Okay, so I have the file with a name called what? Airlines, guys. And then we have what is it? Sync data store. Sync data store. And then we have what's that? Azure blob storage. Okay, guys, now is it clear? Azure blob storage and what is it? Airlines dot csv. I have this file.
Yes, Amity, here I have one doubt.
Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
Yeah, from source and target, we have to choose same storage or different storage also.
Different storage, no issues. You can have any. There is nothing. There is no specific reason that you choose this one or that one. Whatever you want, you can choose it. Okay, I'm using simple here as blob to blob because it's. I want to make the case study simple. You can have anything. That's not a thing. Okay. Slowly we will see one after the other. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, guys, here we have the specification: Azure blob storage, airlines.csv, and Azure blob storage as the target. So now, guys, this is nothing but this is called as my source. Okay. So source, and this is called a sink. Sink is nothing but target. The target is called a sink in Azure. Getting my point? The target is called as what? Sink in Azure, guys. Okay. So that's it. So now, guys, just have a look here. I'm just putting up here. Now, guys, I'll write the steps. Step one. So now, guys, the step one is create resource group. Create resource group. Okay. What is it? We have it. Create resource group. Okay. So now what do you make resource group? Guys, resource group is just like a main folder which holds the entire data pipeline. That means, can you see here? I have a folder here. All of you have a look here. I have a folder, and this folder, I'm opening this. It is having the whole some data is there. some data is here. Now guys, what I will do is I will delete this folder. So the entire data in this, some CSV file is there, some Word file is there, some text file is there, okay, etc, etc. Some data is here. So now guys, what I'm doing is I'm deleting this particular folder. Now, if I delete this particular folder, the entire data will go or it will remain as it is. Tell me now.
It's a go.
Obviously, it will delete.
Yes, if you delete this folder, Azure basic data, the data in this particular that is within this particular folder, you have some files are there. So then files. So open this. See, I have some data in this. So is the data remains or it will also go if I delete the folder called Azure basic data? Will it remains or it will go off? Tell me now.
Sir, it will go.
Yes.
It will go, sir.
Everything will go. So whereas we can say that for the data is dependent on the main folder. The data is dependent on what? Main folder called
Main
what?
folder.
Azure basic data. In the same way here, guys, you will have to create a resource group, which is called as what? A main folder. Which is called as what? Main folder. This resource group holds the entire process. That means what? Whatever the component you are defining it. What are the components you define it? Tell me now. We create the pipeline, we create the linker service, we create the data sets, and then we apply the activities, and then we use what is that? Yes, guys, we apply the activities and we perform the mapping data flows. This entire process, whatever you are doing for a pipeline, this entire pipeline will be recorded in a folder. That is folder name is called as what, guys? Yes, the folder name is what? Resource group. It is called as what? Resource group. And now one resource group can hold multiple pipelines. Getting my point? One resource group can hold what is that, guys? Multiple pipelines. One resource group can hold what is that? Multiple pipelines. Multiple type pipelines can be stored in a single resource group. And once you delete the resource group, this entire pipelines, what are all the pipelines you have it, this entire thing will be deleted off. So make sure, first of all, you create a resource group here. Without the resource group, you cannot move further. So everyone is clear with this or not? Please come out.
I have one question over there.
Tell me.
Suppose we have a resource group RG1. In RG1, we have a 3 pipeline, P1, P2, P3. The another group we have RG2. In RG2, we have P5, P6, P7.
Okay.
Now during the pipeline procedure transformation, what I did, there is a logic that some pipelines which exist in RG2 that needs to include in RG1. Is that possible?
Yeah, why not? Definitely possible.
Okay, so while deleting the RG2, RG1, if we'll remove the things, so is that P4, P5, P6, which was the part of RG2, will all those will get deleted or it will not get deleted?
That depends upon you, how you wanted to retain it or you want to delete it. It depends upon you basically.
Okay. The another point, I am having RG1. Inside RG1, is that way to create the another resource group?
No, we can create only one resource group. If within one resource group, we cannot create another resource group.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Okay. So now guys, here you have it. Resource group is here. So we have to create the resource group. So resource group is something, but it is like a main folder. So why I'm telling you main folder, just to have an understanding. Okay, guys. So here you have it. Just open this, guys, and now here type it as what? Portal.azure.com. 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 Click on this, guys. Portal.azure.com is here. Okay, guys. Everyone, yes, guys, still in portal.azure.com, and now we are into this. Okay, everyone. Yeah, is it everyone visible? Tell me, please.
Yes, Samir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here
Yes,
on
sir.
the top, yes, can you see here on the top, you have a resource group. Do you have it resource group? Yes, guys. Can you see resource group is here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, overview. You want to see the overview? See the overview. What is the overview of resource group? A resource group manager is, what is that? Deployment and management service of Azure. It provides a management layer that enables you to create, update, and delete resource group in Azure account. You can you use management features like access control, logs, tags to secure, organize your resource for deployment. Okay. Now, if you want some documentation also, you have it here. Guys, you can have the documentation here. Just have a look. Okay, so you can also have the documentation. You can have a detailed documentation. You can have it for everything. Like this, you can have a documentation. This documentation is provided by the Microsoft guys. Okay. So it depends upon you. How do you make it, or how do you take the same? So now guys, just now we have to start it practically. So for that, click on the resource group. Once you click on the resource group, you have option called, can you see here, create is here. You have create is here. If already exists, you can view it. So nothing is there. So I'm just clicking on the create option. Click on the create. Now guys, here you have, what is that? Subscription. The subscription is pre-selected. That means this is my subscription. Samir ADF and ADB is my subscription name. This is the name of my ADF, and ADB is my name here. Getting my point, all of you? I'm having the name as what? Samir ADF and ADB, everyone. Okay. I'm having what's it? Samir ADF and ADB as the subscription. You have to select it. Now you have to give the name here. It is mandatory to give the name. Any name you can give it here. So I'm giving the name as, okay, I want to give the name as what? Sample. Capitals are allowed here. Sample RG. Can you see here? What's the name I'm using, guys? Tell me now. The name I'm using is what? Sample RG. So am I clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Sample RG.
So Samir, if we don't have an resource group, we have to create the resource group.
You don't have it? Obviously. If you don't have it, you have to create it. But now we are going from the very basic level. We are creating the resource group also.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay, now, so can you see here, we have what is it? Sample RG. We have what is it? Sample RG. And now at the bottom, you will have two buttons, review plus create. Means first of all, if you click, it will go and check in the Azure system whether any resource group with the given name. What is the name I have given? Tell me now. Sample RG, na? Sample RG. I have given the name as what, guys? Sample RG. I have given the name as what, guys? Tell me now. Sample RG. I have given the name as what? Sample RG. So is there, guys, is there, it says, what is that? Is there any resource group with a name called sample RG is available or not? That it will check. So for that, we have to click on review. It's checking. Validation passed. Means what? There is no resource group with a given name called sample RG. And now click on the create. Now, guys, it's tell me. It's created. Go to the resource group. Now go to the resource group, guys. Here you can find it. Now here you have sample RG is there or not, guys? Tell me. Yes, sample RG is there, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, open.
Yes.
Now this is the sample. You can see the specifications of this. Overview is this. Can you see here? Subscription is Samir ADF and ADB. Subscription ID is this one. Deployment, no deployments has done so far. This is the thing we have. We can delete this. Of course, you can delete this resource group. That's not a problem. So this is nothing but a resource group. So now guys, under this resource group, you have to create the source and the target. Under this resource group only, you have to create the source and the target. Okay. Under this resource group, you have to create what is that? Source and the target. Clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Now let us see it here. For that, just open a new tab. Can you see it? Open a new tab. New tab means what? Just take a new browser here, guys. That's it. Take a new browser. And then after taking up a new browser, click on, can you see here? Click on Azure. Now go to your notepad. Tell me now, what is the specifications you have it? You have the source data storage, Azure Blob storage. Am I right, guys? You have a source storage as what is that? Azure Blob storage. Am I right? So we have it here. So now guys, blob storage means how to create the blob storage. So for that, you can find it here, guys. Storage account. You can find it here as what? Storage account. But now, suppose you don't have this particular icon. Storage account is not there. How to get it? If you do not find any service, you can type it here directly. Whichever the service you want, you can type it here. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, tell me.
Something like now we are loading that CSV into storage account, right?
Very good.
So my question is here, in a resource group, there is an option to import CSV, right? What is the difference between that and this one?
In the resource group?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Okay.
Go to resource group.
Okay.
You have an option to somewhere I could see here.
Where it is?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have seen somewhere, I think.
Okay.
Let me check it. Yeah, thank you.
Now guys, okay, here we have it. So okay, so let us do one thing now. So I'm just opening a new tab. Now guys, I'm opening a new tab. So I'm opening a new tab. Okay guys, I'm opening the new tab and just open this Azure. Now guys, once the same is ready, what is it you have to do? Tell me now.
Go to the storage.
You need to create storage account.
Yeah, so go to the storage account. So click on what is that? Storage account. Now what is the storage account? Blob na. So blob. So click on the create. Click on the create from left to blade. This is called as the blades, guys. Yeah. Can you see here, guys? Here you have what is it? Blades. These are called as what? Blades. Click on the left blade called create.
Bag.
Hello, please put yourself in mute mode. It's disturbing the class, please. Now can you see here, guys? Here you have what's it? Sample. You can see here. You have the resource group here. You have the resource group. You have a resource group, guys. Here you have a resource group. Okay, guys. Here you have a resource group. Can you see here? This by default it has selected the resource group called sample RG. Okay. You don't have any resource group here, only one resource group. But in the real time, you may have multiple resource groups so that you can find it out. So, suppose I'm giving sales RG. I can use like this. Okay. But as there is nothing, so it's giving no result. Okay. Following everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here you have what that resource group is ready. Now you have to give the name here. So what is the name you need to give it? Tell me now. Any name. So I'm using what's that? Source blob storage. Source blob storage account. I'm using the name as what? Source blob storage account. This is the name I want to use it. Source blob storage account. Okay. Source blob storage account. This is the name I want to use it. Now, guys, that's it done. Nothing else you have to do it. But here there is case sensitive. Should not use any uppercase. Should not use any kind of special characters. such as underscores, etc. is not supported here, guys. Okay. Click on the review. And reviewing means what? It will check whether with this particular name, any name is already existing or not. If it is not there, click on the create. Okay, guys, am I right now? Yeah, everyone is following or not, please?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Deployment is failed. What is the problem? The deployment why is failing? Go and check. I think the name is already there. Already there. The name, whatever I have used it, it is already there. Okay, so just to do one thing now. Redeploy it. Storage account name I have used now. This name is already there.
Is there standard naming convention for this, Samir?
Nah, generally we follow some procedure, but here actually, for understanding purpose, I have used source blob storage account 1.
Okay.
So
it's not giving any error while creating if it is say if it's duplicate actually.
yeah. Duplicate, if you have it, it won't.
No, actually, even it's not, it shouldn't allow actually while selecting itself.
Yeah, it should not allow. Can you see your storage account ACC1? I use it. See here.
Yeah.
Let us see ACC1. Still, it is not allowing. That means ACC1 is also there. So now, guys, select the resource group. Now it's fine now. ACC1. Let us try to create it. Now pass. Now it will create no issues. Now, guys, can you see it's ready? Now go here. That's it. So now, guys, let us open this. Now I'm recreating it. Just a minute. Sample RG is ready. I'll go to the storage account. I think we have created the storage account also now. Yes. Now open this storage account. Now can you see here? This is the first storage account we have created. All of you. See here. This is the first storage account. That is called a source blob storage account 1 is ready. So now, guys, this is the resource group. This is the storage account 1. Now tell me, what is another thing we have to do? Tell me now. We have to create, go to, as per the specifications, go what? Sync data storage, Azure blob storage. You have to create one more storage here. So now click on the new tab. Click on the new tab. Open this. And now, guys, click on what is that you have it. The same storage account. And now click on the create. And now let the same resource group as it is. Now give the name. So this time I want to give the name as what? Sync data store. Sync data storage. Okay. Sync data store account. Okay. Sync data store account 1. That's it. Now there should be no contradiction with the name, guys. In the same resource group, I want to create this. So click on review once. Yeah, reviewing is done. Now click on the create. It is processed. The deployment is under the process now. That means it is creating up. Okay, guys. That's it. It's created now. Deployment is completed. Okay. Deployment is completed. Okay, that's it here. Deployment details. Everything is done now. Okay. Now let's do one thing now. Go here. You can open this. Now, guys, can you see here? Here is
Yes.
ready. That is nothing but here we have what is that? Source is ready and the sink is ready. Everything is ready or not? So first of all, you have to get the data here into source, then process the data and send it towards that sink here. Everything is cloud-based, guys. Nothing we have to do it manually like this. Everything is on the same. Okay. So this is how we can move it. So anyways, today what is that we have done? We have written the 2 steps. That is step 3. First step is nothing but we have created the resource group, and the second one is what is that? Create storage account.
Storage account for source and sink.
Yes, storage account for source. Okay, as what is it? Azure blob storage. Azure blob storage. And step 3, create storage account for sink. What is that I'm using it? Azure blob storage. Okay, guys, am I right now? Fine, everybody. See here.
Yes.
So this is how we have it. Okay, this is how we have it. So this is how we can make out. Okay, guys. So that's it. Today we'll end up the class here, and next class we'll be having on Monday. So Monday we will continue with the again from the beginning part as we created everything in the beginning. And now, guys, whatever the that is components we have discussed already, and rest of all that will not be repeated from Monday. Directly I'm going to start from the case study one Monday. Okay, so I want every one of you to go through it perfectly and try to practice it whatever the thing you have it. Okay, and now, guys, what we will do is we will also create a that is WhatsApp group. So WhatsApp group, here is my mobile number. You can ping me off. I'll create a WhatsApp group here. This is the WhatsApp group. Yeah, pardon me. This is my mobile number. This is my mobile number. You can just okay. You can just text me here. That is your name and the format what you have to use it. The format which you have to use your name, your email ID, and the batch timings. Okay, it is 8 a.m. whatever you have it. Okay, so you can have like this. I'm just mentioning it. Okay, can you see here, guys? All of you able to see this? My mobile number.
Yes.
So now you mentioned like this, your name, and then afterwards your mobile number or your email ID. Your email ID, your name, you can mention it here. Okay, and that's it. These are the
Batch timing.
Yeah, batch timings. Batch timings, you can mention it. Okay, so your mail ID, batch timings, and your name. These three things you have to give it. Okay, email ID and batch timing. That's it. So what I'll do is I'll create a WhatsApp group and add you all guys. So in this WhatsApp group, we will discuss if you have any doubt in regarding the subject. Regarding the subject, if you have any doubt, then we will discuss in the group. Or else, if you're while practicing, if you get any query, you can post that query directly in the group. Okay, and that's it. And when it comes to this uh, uh, you'll get this the recording of the session on the daily basis. So that recording will be provided to you by the management. It has to do nothing with me. So from me, what you can expect here is I will provide you the files. Can you see here? We're discussing the files now. What is the files we're discussing? Airlines.csv. These files I'll give you. Rest of all, everything will be given by the institute only. Nothing is, I'm not nowhere concerned. Okay, recordings, etc., etc. That's it. Okay, so guys, that is the thing we have it. So any
Samir?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, along this side, can you share this notepad?
Yeah, I can share, no issues.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways, you will get the recording now. In recording, everything will be recorded. Still, if you want, you can share you. That's not a problem. Okay. So that's it, guys. So any other?
Samir, just one question. Okay, so if we create storage account or resource group, and if we are not using, there will not be any billing for that.
If you create the resource group, it will build that set.
It will start the billing?
Yeah, definitely it will start the billing.
Okay, so like whenever we are practicing, basically, so before start the practicing, we can create the storage account resource group, and I can say like let's consider I'm doing for 2 hours, then after that I need to delete it.
Yes, you have to delete. How to delete the resource group? I'll tell you. See here, go here.
Okay.
Go to this delete option.
Yeah.
And copy and paste the resource group name. Copy the resource group name and paste it here.
Okay.
Click on the delete option.
Okay, fine. Because this is really important, right? Otherwise, we will lose our credit points. What the given. Okay, fine.
So similarly, can we delete storage accounts what we have created if you don't want?
Yeah, if you delete the resource group, automatically everything will go.
Okay.
You will not delete anything.
Okay.
Everything will go. Because that's what I told you, na? In the resource group only, everything will be there. So now,
thank you. Okay.
I'm just opening a tab here. Can you see here? I'm opening the tab here. See, it's processing. Still, it's only the image. See here. See here. This images will go. That's not a problem. No, nothing is there. It's empty. Do you have any resource group here? No resource group. Open this all resource groups. Still, if you have any, you can delete it. Select it. Delete here. Say yes. So anyways, everything will be empty. This should be the process you have to follow. Now check the resource group. Still it is there. That it's running now. See. Means it will delete. Don't worry, you leave it as it is now. You already used one time delete now. It will do. You need not worry about this. Okay. Automatically everything will be done. So make a habit of deleting the resource group. Else you will be paying up unnecessarily. Okay. or unnecessarily you'll be ending up paying much amount. So try to delete after your use. Once your use is done, so first of all, click on the resource group and do it, and then or else otherwise, what is it here? Click on the all resource groups, and now here select what are all the things. Can you see it's gone or not? Do we have a resource group now? Tell me. Nothing is there.
No.
Empty. And this will delete some time. It will take no issues. Okay. So you can leave it as it is. Automatically it will delete. You have deleted once given the command. Things will automatically move accordingly. You need not worry about this. Can you see here? Executed command successfully. Now go and check here. Do you have any resource group now? See?
No.
No resource. Everything is created. And now, do we have any storage account also? Go and check. No. Resource group gone means everything will be gone. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
That's it, guys. This is the way you can stop it. Okay.
Sir, I have one question. Now we created two storage accounts, source and destination, right? And ADF also provided few storage account. Is it different or same what we created now?
Sorry, come again.
We created a storage accounts, right? The store and source and shrink.
Okay.
We have some storage accounts in ADF environment also, right?
ADF in
or same, whatever we created.
Same. That is the only thing.
Okay.
That is the only thing we have. We are creating the storage accounts only, no? By default, there will be no storage accounts. We have to create it. You mean to say default storage accounts?
Yes, yes.
Where you have the default storage account?
No, yesterday you showed me in the Azure portal only. There is some storage account.
Storage account is here. There is no default storage accounts.
Okay, we have to create manually.
Manually you have to create. Nothing will be there.
Okay, how we can know whether it is Gen 1 or Gen 2 or where we can
we have not still you have not gone into that part. First of all, we are seeing the Azure blob now. Once the blob is done, automatically we will see what is Gen 1, what is Gen 2, what is ADF, that is what is Azure SQL database. Everything we'll see step by step.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it. Okay, guys, thank you all of you. So we'll just end up the class here, and we'll meet again on Monday, the same 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.